January is here. Happy New Year, everyone, and let's make 2024 a great year. Now, the Toronto Real Estate Board just released its data for December and actually for the entire 2023 year. And so we're going to dive into that data, and I'm going to share with you what we see happen and what we foresee to happen so we can predict and how to react to all the information that we have. There were 3,444 sales in December, which is good to know. It's actually more than December of 2022. So that's something that we know, but you know what? In a holiday month, there's many variables. That's not a good indicator. Let's look at the data for the entire year. The entire year shows us something really interesting. There were 12.1% less sales than 2022. That's a large number. There were 65,982 properties sold on the Toronto Real Estate Board last year. If you consider that there's 73,000 licensed realtors, hardworking realtors, there's not even one sale per realtor. What does that mean? That means that there was market forces that stopped more transactions from happening. One of those forces, interest rates. Interest rates have affected us greatly. The cost of borrowing is way up, and so people are having a hard time being able to maybe afford what they already have or readjusting to the increases that are coming with the extra renewals that are coming in their cars and their homes, etc. So that's not something that we like. Now, the other cause of this problem was inflation, and inflation spurred on higher interest rates, but inflation also makes us pay more money for our goods and services. So that means we have less disposable income, and no one likes to have less disposable income. So these are things that have affected us and are now coming into play to cause less properties to transact. And of course, there's uncertainty. People don't know what's going to happen, so they've held off until now. And so what do we need to know for 2024? Well, a few things. One, are the sales that happened over the holidays, are they up or down? That's important because if there's confidence in spending money and the economy is moved, that means that manufacturing is good and there's jobs that are good. That's great. Unless that came at the cost of increased debt. So did we increase our debt? Are our credit cards higher? So because if their credit card is higher, if our credit card is higher, we have more interest payments or higher interest payments, we have less disposable income, that's going to cause a strain on the family budget, and it's going to cause us to be in a situation where we're less comfortable. We can't go out as much, we can't enjoy ourselves, and that's a problem. So we need to wait and see what those stats tell us, because when we have those stats, we also know about the job situation moving forward. We're getting a lot of calls from investors. And what investors are people who spent their hard-earned money, they buy a property, and they have the rents. They're telling us we're covering their interest and mortgage payments. And so they were happy to do that. But now when they have to renew, those rents are not covering their costs. And so they have to actually take money out of their pocket, and that's making them very uncomfortable, or some of them can't do it. And so what they're thinking about doing is putting the property on the market. And that's something that we're seeing very often. Then we're also seeing that a lot of hard-working families are seeing that their mortgage payments are becoming much higher, and the family has to do something to alleviate that pressure of extra costs. If they have to renew, they are looking at options as to how to manage those payments or putting their homes back more on the market. And we're getting more homes coming on the market. That's one thing that we're seeing. So be prepared to see more properties for sale, more options. And depending on how many buyers come into the market, we'll see the supply-demand change, and that will affect pricing. So that's good to know going forward. So we know that all these things are happening now. It's going to be a lot of information to absorb. So don't get scared. Just look at it. And if you have any questions, reach out anytime, because once you understand what's happening, you can make plans for you and your family to move forward in a smart way, in the best way possible, to take advantage of all the information that you have. So I'll wait to talk to you until next month, but I hope this information helped you understand what's happening so that you can prepare and make 2024 a great year.